Hello everyone, and welcome back to a new video. This one will be the last in our training series where we discussed and we continue discussing about Elastic Certified Analyst Exam. And the last one we will talk about a transform, how we can use it to generate entity-centric index. Transforming data is one of the features in Elastic, and based on the documentation, a transform enables you to convert existing index into summarized indices, which provide opportunity for new insight and analysis. For example, if you can use transform to pivot your data into entity-centric indices that summarize the behavior of user or session or other entities in your data. Or you can use transform to find the latest document among all the documents that have certain unique key, right? With that being said, let's jump to Kibana and see how we can use transform. So transform is here. When you click on menu, you go to stack management, Elastic, or you come here to data and you see transform, right? So this is transform. Create transform. So I will go with the index e-commerce. So I will go e-commerce, this one. All right. So we said we can create pivot, or we can go with the latest. In our case, we will go with a pivot, and this is required for the exam. So choosing the index, right? And so here you can this is the time range, and here you can specify a query. For example, if you want to use the currency, for example, here and you hit, or like this. So you can choose, for example, here the currency, or you can choose other field that you would like to choose, and this is will be the output of or the first output of your transform. So here the transform we will choose, or we will have a group by, and we will add some aggregation. So for group by, we will add a customer ID, right? And it will choose the term automatically. And for the aggregation, we will choose multiple aggregations. I will start with total what's quantity. So total quantity, I will go with the sum of total quantity. So as you can see, we already have results. So this is the customer IDs, and this is the aggregation, as you can see here. So we group by customer ID, and the aggregation will be here, right? So if we want, for example, to add another aggregation, I can just click here, and we'll go, for example, for taxless total price, and we'll go also, sorry, total price. I will also go with with the sum, this one. So it's create another aggregation here, as you can see. Let's do quantity. Also add another field here, quantity. Also we'll go with for this case I will go with the max. So it's dependent on the question, it's dependent on the scenario that you face. So you have to choose the right field, and also mean, max, average, sum, whatever, or total, or whatever the or cardinality, or whatever the aggregation type they ask you to do. And finally, I will add the order ID, and I will go with the cardinality of the order ID. Here we go. So here we have the results, right? So now I want to create this transform. What I can do, hit next. Here we go. So you have the transform ID, commerce, customer transform, like this. If you want to add a description, you add description. Destination index, because this transform will create index based on the e-commerce data view or index. So here we'll go with e-commerce customers or customers. Yeah, customers. So this will create a data view. And if you want it in a continuous mode, like this one will be applied on only the data that come for the last 30 days. If you saw previously here, it was here. If you want to continuous or enable the continuous mode, it will every 60 seconds refresh and see if we have more data. It will refresh and add to your transform a new field. I will disable it. If I want also, since it will be an index, I can create a retention policy, where the max age and the date field for this field or for this transform. For me, I will not do it. And we have also this destination ingest pipeline. If we want also to pass before creating this index or this transform index, I would like to go or execute ingest pipeline to do some modification. I can do that by just enabling or looking for the ingest, or I create it and come back here and call the ingest pipeline. Right now, you make sure everything is correct. You hit next. And here you have some choices. So create and start, or just create, or you can copy the JSON format of this configuration and you execute it if you want in the DevTools or in your console, whatever. So here you click on create, and here we go. You have your transform and you have the discover. So let's see transform. This is our transform, as you can see here. So this is all the detail that we have, and it's stopped, right? Because if you remember, it's not in, we did not do we didn't enable the continuous mode. So this one will be on the, we can come here and we see the values here. So if we come here to discover, we can see our index here. And this is all the values that you can use to answer your question, or to create visualization, or to add in a dashboard, or do whatever you want to do with it, right? And with that being said, we arrived to the end of our training. I hope you enjoy the training, and if you have any question, please leave a comment or reach out, and we'll see you in another training.